go. Come down onto your backs. Think about back of the neck being long, shoulder blades open, sacrum resting onto the mat. Brilliant. So good morning. This morning's class is called Full Body Fix, and it's exactly what it says on the tin. We're going to hopefully work as much of our body as possible and basically leave you feeling fantastic at the end of it. That's the aim anyway. So we'll start. We won't waste any time. Come down onto your backs. Think about the back of the neck being long, the shoulder blades open, the sacrum resting heavily onto the mat. And just start to tune into your body this morning, tune into your breath. Feel the belly rise on your inhale, taking up space. Feel it soften on your exhale. As you breathe, think about that 360 dance between the inhale and the exhale. The rise and the fall, the ebb and the flow. The ribs are moving upwards, outwards, backwards towards the mat. The back ribs imprinting like little stamps. And just take a moment to tune into your mind this morning. Notice where your mind feels. Notice if you're holding onto any unwanted thoughts, feelings, emotions. Notice where it's trying to take you. Just be the observer. Don't pass any judgment to what's coming up. But just take any unwanted thoughts, feelings, and emotions, anything that's not going to be helpful for the time that you're on the mat. Pop them on an imaginary cloud and just let that cloud float past your eyes. Taking those thoughts with it. They'll be there later, but for now, give yourself this chance to be fully present, fully connected, mind and body on your mat. Take a moment to tune into your body. Notice how that's feeling this morning. Maybe you're holding your arms and shoulders off the mat. Just try and release them back. Maybe your jaw's locked. Just try and relax that. Just notice what tension you are holding onto in your body. Notice where you're holding it. And then on your next exhale, send the breath around the body to those areas, moving any tension or tightness away. Allowing the breath to pass like water running through a free-flowing pipe, moving around the body, getting into every single cell, taking that oxygen exactly where it needs to go. Last breath here, and then we're going to grab our block. If you don't have a block, grab whatever you've got, cushion, book, tissue box, anything like that. Squeeze it between the thighs. Think about your knees, hips, ankles, big toes being parallel, so make sure that block isn't too narrow or too wide, and then peel your tailbone off the mat, coming into your low bridge. Think about length through the back of the neck. You're driving through that big toe. Just pause here for a moment. Tuck the tailbone slightly towards the back of the knees, so you're keeping length in that lower back. You're hugging energetically those two front hip points towards each other. The front body is pulling towards the back body. And then you're slowly going to start to pulse, squeezing that block, connecting into that inner thigh. Take the right hand to the sky, pull back on the right fingers with the left hand. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Really pulling those fingers back, pushing up with the same force that you pull back. So you're really opening through that wrist, through that forearm. Maybe you've been sat at a computer all week and your wrists and hands are feeling a little sticky. Maybe you've been playing loads of sports, who knows. Swap sides, left fingers pull back, push up to the ceiling. Watch you don't lock out at the elbow. We don't want to hyperextend. We want to stay connected to that shoulder. So our elbow's not bent, but it's just not pushing right into its limits. Good, it's got that nice connection up into the shoulder. Spreading through the palms, spreading through the forearm, hopefully working out those glutes. The glutes feel smoother, give them a pull, give them a tap, tell the brain you want them to switch on. That's where you want the activity. And then hands to the sky, let's circle in those wrist joints. Mobilize both ways, making fists with the hands, and you're really getting into the wrists this morning. Keep squeezing that block, working to the inner thigh, and then let's jazz hands. So big stars, tight fists, as fast as you can go. Make the fist tight, make the star expansive, and really speed up, getting some heat into those forearms, into those hands. Good, see how long you can go for. If your whole body wants to stop and your arm seems to cease, just keep going. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1, shake it off. Hopefully over time that gets easier. And then roll upper back, middle back, lower back with control down to the mat. Nice, remove the block. Put it somewhere near because you're going to have it again in a minute. And then we're going to peel back into that low bridge. You can take your arms out sort of 45 degrees beside you so that you've got little stabilizers if you need. And then we're going to walk left to right in our feet. Okay, so knees coming over the hip. You're engaging the opposite glute as you lift one leg, but really think about pulling into the midline, holding everything stable. Try not to bring your feet into the center as you lift the opposite foot. So try and keep your feet parallel so that you're not cheating by stabilizing by bringing the foot into the center. If you want to add an extra challenge, you can take your elbows and hands off the floor. So you're having to really work your abdominals to resist the rotation as you don't have a stabilizer. Good. Keep breathing in and out through the nose, working into these glutes, working our hip flexion. Good. Let's go. Keep it controlled. Try and keep the minimal rotation in the body, hugging everything into the midline. Good. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Pause, roll upper, middle, lower back, all the way down to the mat. Little abdominal assault now. Grab your block. You want to have it on the lengthways setting. And you're going to have that block pushing into your thighs. So your knees are over your hips, feet are off the floor. Sacrum is grounded, you're not pulling back into the back, so you've still got that little gap in the base of the spine. And then the length of the block is going to sit across those knees, and then your forearms are going to sit onto the block. Okay? If you don't have a block, you can just use your hands pushing into your thighs. Okay? So inhale here, exhale, lift. Low belly pulls down and back. Push those forearms into the block. Hug the belly back towards the mat. Good. Inhale, slowly come down. Exhale, lift. Hopefully, as soon as you lift up and push those arms, you should feel this deep abdominal connection. Good. Make sure the knees aren't too far towards the body. Inhale, come down. Exhale, we lift. This time, push into the left wrist and thigh as you send the right leg 45 degrees away. Rebend the knee. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Push into the right wrist and thigh as you extend the left leg. Hug into the midline. Good. If you're feeling like you're tipping forwards in your pelvis, just keep the leg higher. Rebend the knee. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Remember, if you're pushing your hands into your thighs, same principle. Right leg extends. Bring it back in. Left leg extends. Bring it back in. Inhale, come down. This is a lot. Exhale, lift. Hug into that midline. Don't push the back into the mat. Little gap in the base of the spine. Left leg extends. Bring the leg back in. Right leg extends. Good. Reach through those toes. Hug into the midline. Back to center. Inhale, come down. Nice work, guys. Exhale, we lift. Right leg extends. Bring it back in. Left leg. Bring it back in. Right leg. Bring it back in, left leg, keep slurping that lower abdominal down and back, protect that back. Inhale, come down, good. Exhale, we lift. Left leg extends. Hug into the midline. Use those deep abdominals. Right leg extends. Bring it back in. Left leg extend. Push into the block. Bring it back in. Right leg. Good job, guys. Back in. Inhale, come down. We've got one more set. Exhale, we lift. Right leg. Left leg. Right leg. Left leg. Right leg. Left leg. Keep pulling into that midline. I am warm already. Last time, exhale, lift. You're giving your hip flexors a work too. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Pull into that midline. Hold that stability. Right leg. Bring the knees into the chest. Woo, have a little massage. That hopefully has fired you up. Let's rock and roll on our backs. Think about how softly can you roll back and land your bottom before lifting up. Hold. Really think about length in the spine. Grow up to the crown of the head. Those hip flexors are working. Those deep abdominals are working. Good. And then come on over onto all fours. Whew, I'm exhausted. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's just take a little cat-cow. Mobilize through the spine, pushing into the hands, slurping into the abdominals, pulling the chest through, shoulders sit on the back body, push through the hands round. Good. And then come back to your quadruped, so shoulders hugging towards the back body, energetically dialing those hands out, knees under hips. And we're going to go to some bird dogs. So challenging our stability. Right arm forwards, left leg back. Hug this left shoulder on the back body. Lift the legs, slurp into the midline. Good. Reach through that right arm, reach through that left toe. You want to imagine you've got a rod or a piece of wire that's pulling tight from the toes to the tips of the fingers. Good. Slurp into the belly, don't arch in the back, watch the neck. Swap sides, left arm forwards, right leg back. Good. Hug into the midline. Don't rotate that right pelvis out. Keep the toes pointing towards the floor. Very easy to rotate the pelvis. Good. Suction that right shoulder on the back body. Nice. Swap sides again. This time options. Hover. Woo! The right foot. Pull into the midline. You're destabilizing, so the core is going to have to work really hard to stabilize you. Left shoulder still suctioning on that back body. Hug into the midline, reach through those toes. The more you reach away both ends of the body, the easier you're going to find this. Good. Swap sides, left arm forwards, right leg back, hug into the midline, suction that right shoulder. Options, hover the left foot. Slurp into the abdominals, right shoulder's hugging, squeeze that right bum cheek. Breathe, think about pulling everything into the midline. Good. Think about tensegrity in the body. Reaching through those fingers, extending through those toes. Nice work, guys. Lovely. Come down. Have a break in a minute. Interlace the hands, forearms on the mat. Release the neck, tuck the toes, lift the bum to the sky, lengthen the spine, down, dolphin, sorry. Really slurp into the abdominals, push out of the mat, and then take the right heel to the bum. Circle 3 times in that right hip joint. Keep the pelvis level, but you're just mobilizing, juicing up, getting that synovial fluid flowing in that hip joint. Go as big as you can with the circles. Keep the breath flowing, don't hold it. Left heel to bum 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. Keep lifting up and out of the mat. Good. Really slurp into the abdominals. Lovely. And then foot down, knees wide, heels together, toes together, sorry. And reach those arms forwards, take a child's pose. Breathe. Breathe into the pelvis, breathe into the inner thigh. Breathe across, broadening the back body. Really think about the breath going laterally into those side ribs. And then when you're ready, come and stand at the top of the mat. Bring your blocks so that they're ready. Soft knees, think about length in the spine. Stack those, head over the shoulders, over the pelvis, feet are parallel, hip distance apart, arms forwards and up. Reach through those fingertips, hug the abdominals to the hip points, hinge back, lengthen the spine, plant the hands. Right foot steps back, lower the right knee, bring the body up, back toe is tucked, squeeze that right bum cheek, push through those toes. You want to feel it on the front side of that thigh. Squeeze the bum and then let's roll those shoulders. Juicy shoulder rolls this morning. Good, keep pulling each shoulder back. Really feeling that scapula moving on the back body. Good. And then hands to the mat, step back plank. Zip up through the front line of the body. If you need to be on your knees, be on your knees. Remember, regression, it's always an option. Let the ego go. Slurp into the midline, zip up pubic bone all the way through the front of the body, shoulders hugging on the back body. Lower the knees, keep those shoulders in position. We don't want them broadening. Work the back body, not the front body. Slowly lower to the floor. Heads of the shoulders stay lifted, elbows go back. Good. Wide arm baby cobra. Pull the chest through, squeeze the bum, slurp the abdominals. Squeeze into those elbows. You're trying to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Should feel yummy. Options to nod the chin to the chest a few times. To open through the back line of the body. Keep the breath flowing, frame the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up and back. Down dog. Have a little pedal of those feet. Push into the hands and feet equally. Super nice. Make sure you're lifting up into those abdominals. We don't want to be extended here. Right leg lifts. Step the right foot forwards. Lower the back knee. Push through those left toes. Lengthen the spine. Drive through the toes. Squeeze the left bum cheek. Get that connection. Ribs pulling in and then roll those shoulders. Juicy shoulder rolls. Lovely. Keep breathing. Nice. And then hands to the mat. Back foot steps in. Lengthen the spine. Pull the chest through. Come up to stand. Nice. Let's move on to our first sequence. Soft knees. Arms forwards and up. Length through the fingertips. Hinge back. Plant the hands. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. You're coming to quadruped again, and then we're going to come to bird dog. And we're going to be moving left to right through our bird dog. So, left leg goes back, right arm forwards, swap. Left arm forwards, right leg back. Okay, so keep the control. Try not to use momentum. Make it mindful. Tune in. Work through the whole body. Stabilize before you put the foot down. And just keep working shoulders, neck, abdominals, glutes. Think about that long line through the body. Good. Super nice. Breathe. Lovely. Good. Left to right. Super nice. Move from one then the other. Remember, opposite hand to opposite leg. Good. And then from here, the right arm is forwards, the left leg is back. You're going to tap the left leg and toe for 5, 4. So tap and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. From here, bring the left foot back in. Sit on your toes. Toes are curled under you. Then you're going to squeeze off your toes. Left hand to your butt cheek, or if you've got a bit more flex in the spine, you can bring it to your left heel. So either left top of the left bum cheek or the left heel. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Squeeze the bum. So you're getting a small back bend, but try not to let go and push and compress into the lower back. So really hug the bum. Release. Swap sides. Right hand to either the top of the right bum cheek or the right heel. Left arm lifts, opening through the front of the body. Good. Squeeze that bum. Swap again. Left hand back, right arm lifts. Back bend, gaze slightly up to the sky. Good. Really squeeze that butt cheek. Plural. Right hand down, left arm up. Breathe. Good. And then release. Right arm over, side bend. So drop that left finger towards the floor as much as you can. If you've got a block, it's always handy to pop a block to the left side. You get a bit more leverage. Reach that right arm over. Hug the front body. Drive into the knees and lift out of the pelvis. Come through the middle. You can swap the block to the right hand side. I'll just show you front on. Left arm over. Breathe. Lovely job. Keep pulling the right shoulder away from the ear. Squeeze the bum. Good. Through the middle. Left hand down, right arm over. If you don't have a block, you're just reaching those left fingers towards the floor as the right arm reaches over the body. Good. Swap sides again. Right hand down, left arm over. Get some really yummy side flexion into that spine this morning. Good. Come back up. From here, hands to the mat. Lift up and back, down dog. You're going to pull the left foot behind the left ankle, right foot behind the right ankle, step back, and then start right foot behind right wrist, left foot behind left wrist, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, left foot forwards behind left wrist, right foot forwards behind right wrist, left foot back, right foot back, so you're alternating right foot forwards behind right wrist, left foot forward, so you're in this kind of squat position, and then right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Let's go again. We've got a few more. Left, right, left, right, left. Step back, go at your own pace. Left forwards, right forwards, left back, right forwards, right back, left forwards, right forwards, left back, right forwards, left forwards, right back, left back. Good. And then from here, walk your hands to the top of the mat, pull the chest through, come up to stand. Nice work, guys. Soft knees, arms forwards and up again, length through the spine, hinge from the hips, bum goes back. If you've got your blocks, plant your hands. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. We're coming back to quadruped, moving on to our bird dog again. This time we start right leg back, left arm forwards, hover the right foot, suction into the midline, stabilize and then swap. Right arm forwards, left leg back, swap. Left arm forwards, right leg back, suction that shoulder, watch the neck. Don't dump in the lower back. Good, you're just alternating between the two. Once you've got your stability, you can move to the opposite side, but try not to move with momentum. Try to stabilize, try to find that stillness in the transition. So you have a moment of suspense before you pop that hand and foot down so that you know you've got control over your body and you're not just using momentum to take you there. Good. Really squeeze that butt cheek, extend through the back leg, find length in the body. Working our full body fix this morning. I hope you guys are feeling it. Good. And this time, left arm forwards, right leg back, and then we're going to tap the right toe and lift the leg for 5. Squeeze 4, keep it slow. I want you to move in half the pace. Good. Like you're moving through treacle. Every movement counts. We're not just flying through the air with momentum. Good. Last one. And then tuck your toes, sit back, lift your glutes so you're pushing into your toes. Hand to the right butt cheek or the right heel, left arm up, slight back bend, really engage the bum. Come forwards, left hand to left bum cheek or to the left heel, right arm up, small back bend again, try and keep the body straight. Swap sides, left arm up, squeeze the bum. It's really good to put the hand on the bum because you can feel the bum engaging and you know that you're supporting your low back. Left hand on the left side, right arm up, small back bend, hug into the midline, good. And then from here, block to the left side, right arm over, breathe. Again, if you don't have the block, just reach your fingers away. Swap sides, left arm over, right hand down. Find that space in the side body. If you sit a lot, this should feel yummy. Keep squeezing the bum, hugging the abdominals, reach. Let the neck go, don't forget to breathe. I know that sounds stupid, but it's so easy sometimes to forget to hold our breath We want to keep our breath soft, use it to support us through our movements. I think I've done 2 both ways. Release, hands to the mat, lift up and back, down dog. And from here we start right foot behind right wrist, left foot behind left wrist. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back to down dog. And then left foot behind left wrist, right foot behind right wrist. So your hands are planted, you're in this squat position. Left foot back, start right, left, right back, left forwards, left back, right forward. So you're just alternating. Go at your own pace. Keep pushing both hands into the floor. Working that hip flexion. Good. Step back. Pull the chest through when your feet are landed. Forwards, good. Alternate, left to right. If you put the right foot forwards, the right foot comes back first. If you put the left foot forwards, the left foot comes back first. Good. Nice. Good job. Last one. Step back, and then walk those feet towards the top of the mat. Come up to stand. Nice work, guys. Second sequence, soft knees, length through the body, arms forwards and up. Don't overbend at the knees, but just keep them slightly off neutral and off lock. Reach through the fingertips, hinge back, plant the hands. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back. We're coming back to our bird dog. Right leg back, left arm forward, squeeze, swap. Got another 10. Good. 8, 7. Slurp into the midline. Think about the neck being long. It's not dropping forwards, it's drawing back towards the ceiling. And squeeze that bum as you lift the leg back, okay? Hamstring, glutes, everything's getting a super nice work here. Remember to stabilize that landed hand, shoulder on the back body. Good. Nice. Let's do 2 more. Reach, squeeze. Lovely. And then from here, you're going to take the left leg out to the side in an adductor rock. Rock forwards and back. Shoulders are sitting on the back body. So I'll show you side on. Left leg out to the side, right knee underneath your right hip. You're pulling the shoulders on the back body, lifting the tailbone to the sky. Drive into the inner foot, slowly pulling the chest through. Little rocks forwards and backwards. Good. Pause. You're going to lift that left foot off the floor and lower. For 5, lift. For 4, again, I'll show you. Out to the side, lift. For 3, we're not lifting in our pelvis, we're working our hip here. Okay, so I don't want pelvic tilt. You're just really working that leg. Good. 5 of those. And then take the left arm to the sky, thread it behind the right arm, reach it away. Left arm up, so you're threading the needle with the left leg out to the side. Again, I'll show you side on. Right hand's under the right shoulder, reach it away. Good. 2 more. Reach. Keep driving into that inner foot. And then if you've got the space, you can let your left side of your head come down to the mat. Reach the left arm all the way across. If it feels too much with the leg out, bring the leg in and just let that left hand go under to the right side of the body. Push through the whole of the back of the left arm. Right hand has come forwards. Breathe. This is a huge stretch if your leg's out. Good. And then slowly come back up from that. From here, rotate this left leg 45 degrees so it's pointing out to the side of the mat. You're in a Floria. Right arm over, reach. You can bend into this left ankle. Squeeze the butt cheek. Come through the middle. Right hand down, left arm over. Keep the hips, keep the feet in the position they are. Good, breathe. If you need a block under this right hand, block under the right hand. Pull that right shoulder down the back. Bring your body up. Right arm over, bend into that left knee and ankle. Really drive into that inner thigh. Squeeze the opposite glute. Good. Right hand down. Left arm over, reach. Squeeze the bum. Good. And then from here, okay? You're going to step the left foot to the top of the mat, rotate to the right edge of the mat, side lunge. And from here we are moving opposite, so opposite hand to opposite foot. So you're kind of windmilling left to right, but in your side lunge. Okay, so sit back into those glutes, drive into that inner foot, reach that arm far towards the toes as you go left to right. Nice work, guys. Side on. Again, you're hinging back. The bum isn't pointing towards the floor. The knees aren't coming miles over the toes. Good. And then from here, you're going to rotate through the middle, through the top of the mat, facing the opposite side. Your legs are crossed. You're in a seated twist. So the left leg is over the right leg underneath. You're sitting on both seat bones. If you're struggling to get both seat bones on the mat, you can pop a block under your bum, but you want those legs crossed. The knees are almost stacked. If that feels totally unmanageable on your knees or on your hips, kick the right leg out. Just hug this left thigh into the body and twist to the left. If you're with me in half cow face, hands into cactus, and we're going to rotate left to right, working into the rotation of our T-spine, our upper back. Well, it's not quite our upper back, it's our got cervical, thoracic, lumbar, so it's the middle, but it's the upper. It's from your shoulders to your mid-back. Good. Nice. Should feel it in the hips as you move left to right. Good. And then from here, unwind to the top of the mat, back foot steps in. Come up to stand. We're going to do the other side. Nice work, guys. Soft knees, length through the spine. Have your blocks at the ready. Arms forwards and up. Reach through the fingertips, hold the belly, engage the glutes a little bit, hinge back, plant the hands, right foot steps back, left foot steps back. We're coming to our bird dog. And then we take the right arm forwards, left leg back, suction that left shoulder on the back body. Swap, left arm forwards, right leg back. Good, slap into the midline, watch the neck, squeeze the bum, extend through the leg and fingers, okay? As much space between, create as much space as you can between the toes and the fingertips, okay? How long can you make your body? Good. Don't lift the leg too high, we're in extension. If we're lifting the leg too high, it means we're arching in our back because we only have a very small amount, about 10 degrees of extension in our hip. So that means 10 degrees that the leg can go back from center. Okay, so if you're up here, you're probably arching in your lower back. So keep reaching through those toes, squeeze the bum. Good, nice. And then last one. And then from here, right leg out to the side, straight out in line with the hips. Hands to the mat, adductor rock, drive into that inner foot, pull the chest through, sit the shoulders on the back body, little rocks. Keep lifting the tailbone to the sky. I will stay this way actually. And then we're going to pause. We're going to lift our right foot off the floor, lift and lower into that right hip. Stabilize through the opposite side. Notice if your body wants to twist and move over, okay? It's a very small movement. You're going to use your abdominals and your glutes and your shoulders. Good. From here, thread the needle. So right arm lifts to the sky. Pull the left shoulder away from the ear. Thread the right hand behind the left arm. Reach away. Lift up. Thread. Good. Really get into that mid-back. Good. Reach. Open up. You can bend the left elbow as your right arm crosses behind it so you get a bit more stretch. Good, last one. Thread it behind all the way. Left hand comes forwards, right side of the head comes down to the mat. If this stretch feels too much, bring the right leg back in to center. Okay, so you're like this. If it feels too much and you feel like you can't get there, bring that right leg in. Keep pushing into the whole of the back of the right arm. Left arm is forwards. And you should feel this up into the middle of the back and the shoulders. Good. From here, bring yourself up. You rotate the right foot out to the right edge of the mat. So it was facing forwards, it's now rotating outwards. And then left arm over, bend into that right ankle, that right knee. Really lift out of the mat though, so don't collapse. And then left hand down, right arm over, pull that left shoulder down the back, squeeze the bum. If you need a block under this left hand, it's probably quite probable that you will. Left arm over, bend into that right ankle and knee again. Remember, lifting out of the mat, we're not collapsing. You might feel it in your inner thigh, driving into the foot. Left hand down, right arm over, pull the hips, pull the left shoulder down the back body, release the neck, engage the glutes. And then from here, you're going to take the right foot to the top of the mat, swivel to the left edge of the mat, side lunge. And again, we've got these big crossing side lunges. Arms are like windmills going from left to right. Really reach through those toes. Good. Past the toes, drive into the foot. Remember, the bum is going back. Good. Keep slurping into the abdominals, squeeze the glutes. Driving into the foot, don't lock out at the knee. And then rotate through the middle to the opposite side of the mat. You're in your seated twist. So the right knee is stacked over the left knee. Right foot out to the left foot out to the right. Again, if it's unmanageable, block your bum. You want both seat bones on the floor. If again, too much on the knees, left leg is long, pull that right thigh into the chest, twist to the right. Or if you're with me, let's go back to our cactus arms rotation. You'll really feel this in the outer hips if you're tight there. Keep the breath flowing. You're stabilizing through, you can't move your lower body. So it's a really nice way to get into that thoracic spine. Something that often gets quite sticky, and it's really important that we keep the rotation in it. It's designed to rotate this upper back. Good. Nice. And then from here, unwind to the top of the mat, back foot steps in, come up to stand. Great job, guys. Soft knees. Last sequence.